Well, good day everybody. So here we go with a final farewell presentation for all the crews and try and get some of the stories of what's going to happen. So it's hard to believe that on Sunday you'll all be setting off on the second leg of the OGR. For your information, Explorer could be here even on Saturday lunchtime or something. But anyway, and Godspeed is Godspeed. Yeah, they're still sailing, you know. Anyway, Godspeed is still sailing. They're in a hurry to get here, but I think you'll be gone before they finally arrive. But anyway, all well on board, and we're looking forward to see them as well. So that'll be a bit of fun. Anyway, I mean, you've all been preparing well. There's still a lot to do, but you're looking pretty organised. That's good from our perspective as the organiser. You know that you know what's coming up, and we are hoping you all enjoy the ride. You know, it's going to be quite challenging, but the Southern Ocean is a very special place. And there's a funny thing about it, that usually you don't realise it until you're out of it. You know, you'll be sailing through the Southern Ocean and you'll be going through all the challenges that it entails. And at the end of it, yeah, that was a good kite drop, that one. But when you finally look back, when you're home, you know, 6 months later or 3 months later, you start to realise how it is an incredible wilderness. It's a very special place in the world, and I spent quite a bit of time down there. So enjoy the ride. We're going to try and keep this moving pretty quickly because you're sitting not in the sun, but it's hot out there. And what we'll do is I'm just going to ask, first of all, the sterner crew and maiden crew, if you'd like to... Sorry? Yes.
This one, look.
Oh, I got the wrong format. There you go. This is the OGR.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to go straight into the IRC winners of leg one of the OGR, translated. And the whole crew can come out if you want, but we'll keep the movement of people really good. If you can, who's here from translated? Okay. Everyone, you can all come out, because if you, yeah, come for it. Go for it. What's that say? What's that say?
Create a new event.
Okay. 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 G'day, Vittorio. I know Marco's not here, and boy, we've got the whole lot here. So, what do you want to tell us about your anticipation for the next leg? You know, what's the game plan? You actually won the first leg, which was an incredible performance. I think everyone, I was certainly impressed because it's a Swan 65, but it's a Swan 65 that's well prepared and got a pretty interesting crew. You know, what caused it, and what's the plan for the next leg?
Hope to have the same luck. Of course, we will try to do the first overall, because this is remain our objective. Also, if it's, I don't know, I already told that, if it's possible or not, but we are going for it. I'm very happy about because all the crew has grown a lot, and this is the purpose of our project. And so they are not pro, but they are not rookies anymore. No. We're very happy to sail with them. They know the job perfectly, and they are ready to give the maximum. The real target is to maintain a small gap of advance on the others, because we know that Penduit and probably Spirito X, they are faster than us. So we would like to arrive to the Punta del Este with still a little bit of anticipation. On corrected time.
Who's your watch leaders? Who's your watch leaders? Who are your watch leaders? You know, standing a watch. Who's the watch leader?
Allora,
No, you don't have watch leaders.
We are, yes,
Ah.
because me and Nico. We have two watch, 6 hours long, same time every day, from 8 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, from 2 in the afternoon to 8 in the evening, and so on. The exiting watch make lunch, so we eat all together. And we have to sleep in quantity of hours, never home with. Also at home we don't sleep so much. It's very rare that we call somebody out.
Yeah.
When we make spinnaker peeling, maybe we wake up one of them, we can say out it's down, and we will say it's down the hatch. And of course we prepare the boat with the maneuver concentrated, very different from Swan 65. So with 5 people we can do everything.
Okay. A quick question at random. Can you describe the best part of the last leg, and what are you most looking forward to for the next leg?
I did not do this leg.
Ah, jeepers. I think I need to go home. Okay, I know you did. Yeah, so same question, answers. Best or your most memorable moment of the last leg, and what are you most looking forward to for the next leg?
Okay, the most memorable part was the finish for sure. 42 knots, 45 knots. I think we had the hardest part of the whole race was the finish. I will never forget. And the guys, we were all going crazy because it was like so much wind, you know, Table Mountain, and then we were just about to finish, but we cannot. It's just, it was crazy. It was crazy. And what I'm looking forward for the second leg is just to go fast.
Go fast.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. So, who's circumnavigators? Who's going all the way? Just you? Anyone else going all the way?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, how are you feeling? Have you settled in? Are you psyched up? What's your emotion about being involved with the OGR? You know, because I know it was a lot of people, applied to be on the boat. Mm-hmm. You're here. You're going all the way. Just try and describe what's happening. What's going on in your head at the moment?
I enjoy everything. It's amazing for me. It's like the big win coming reality. So I don't know. It's just full enjoyment and excitement.
Any volunteers to give us a funny story about Marco now that he's not here? You know, anyone want to post comment on Marco? You know,
Marco, guys, Marco is a fantastic person. He doesn't have a big sailing background, and he also succeeds all the time. I never saw somebody with as big a strength as he succeeds, but he does things. He's always in a good mood. We laugh a lot because we have his crew, so most of the time we were laughing like idiots. You know, we have two feature bullshit hour, one in the morning, one in the evening, and it was really very, very good answers. Marco, it's a mixed cabaret actor. Really good.
it's an amazing story, I've got to say. You guys rock. So good on you for taking out your RC first for leg one. And let's see what happens on leg two. Thanks a lot. Okay. Juicy, you want to come up? You guys are out here. Okay, so Spirit of Helsinki, that was a real surprise, you know. Penjuik were trucking along there, started really well, and everyone's assuming that that's probably the way it would go, and all of a sudden Spirit of Helsinki sneaks around the bottom there and comes in ahead of everyone else. How did you do it?
Good question.
And can you do it again?
Sometimes the magician is mostly surprised by the trick, so.
Yeah. So where's the box we want to look at?
I think we had really good plan already from the Southampton, and of course we struggled a little bit with the weather information, so the strategy in the end was pretty easy, stick what you have, and we were just following the plan what we did.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so can you do it again? Everything changes now. And it's a different ballgame.
We can do it better.
It was actually, I've got to say, from an organising perspective, it was another classic finish. I mean, it was our first finish, but it was a real classic. I mean, everyone had emotions for Penjuik, and everyone was taking a different role. And in the last week, when we saw what might happen, and it started to play out, it really was quite exciting. So we look forward to see what happens next. Thanks for watching. Any watch videos? You have watch videos?
Yeah, we have actually. They're working.
They're all working good. That's all right. Okay, we go random here. So you want to describe your own emotions, not anything to do with the leg and this and that. Just what are you going through right now with the anticipation of carrying on in the race? Are you going all the way around?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm going all the way around. My name is Matti. Yes, so I'm extremely happy to see this morning we were in the US, who has done the Southern Ocean so far, and I saw two hands get up.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So it's, I'm not alone,
Yeah.
being a little bit excited and maybe also somehow concerned and worried, but feeling really good and looking forward to the big South.
What got you into the OGR? Where did the spark come from you to be here now?
Well, we started a couple of years ago with Music. We first asked him to join me on an 8-meter classical boat to race on track, but instead just rather go around the world. So. Keep your way up to date.
Okay. All right. I've got another question here. So for you, do you feel as if you're involved with either making history or part of the 50th anniversary? You know, like, is there a connection to that?
For me, it's more about like the 50th anniversary. I used to apply for the crew back in the 80s on another Finnish boat, and I didn't have the mileage, so I'm just following what other people have been doing before and trying to take the most out of it.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So what are you most looking forward to now for this league? What do you think is going to be the big issue?
Big issue. I don't know. We don't have any issues.
Maybe not with rock first day at Auckland.
Much more safer place, actually.
Yeah.
But it's more dangerous to be on the dry land than on the sea.
Yeah. So it's a short stopover, but you've got the longest stopover. There's a lot more than this. All right, that's cool. Any issues with the boat? Like, have you done anything particular here that changes your position?
We actually changed quite many things on just normal daily life operation and days to be more secure a little bit and making maneuvers a little bit more easier. But otherwise, I think we continue as we came here, and I'm pretty sure that will be good enough.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, good luck. It's, you know, for a few other boats out here, they've got a target now. You're a #1 target. They want the yellow flag. So good luck and stay safe, and we'll see how you go on next week. Cool. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thanks, sir. Okay. So, I'm going to pass over to Jack now. Have you got the right running sheet there? Oh, good.
I know
Come on,
it's
both.
the right running sheet.
That's fine.
Yes. Okay. Can I have all our young people up here, please, to tell us? No, yes, under 24, so yes, we can be under 24. So yeah, for young people.
I think we stick to the normal movie, but do you want to plug the microphone? Sorry.
Move along, move along. Young, well, I'm feeling very young, and so yeah, I can be up on stage as well. Okay, so yes, this is all our under 24s that we have here. I'm going to start with the youngest, Ryder. So there you go. So Ryder is our youngest on in the fleet. He's also the one that doesn't have a boat at the moment because he's an explorer. So he might be swimming to Auckland, but he's also only one of 2 New Zealanders in the race. So this is a guide to ask advice where to go partying when you get to Auckland, but also the best way to sail into Auckland. So Ryder, how are you feeling about signing up to go and explore? That was a good decision, wasn't it?
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty ready at this moment to get on a boat. I'm just excited to get into it, and yeah, I can't wait to sail into my home country. It'll be pretty cool.
Do you have any advice for the other crews that actually have boats that will be sailing into Auckland? Any advice when you actually get there? Winds?
Yeah, if you're coming down the east coast, if you have a pretty rough easterly swell coming in, it can help to stay off the land a bit. It gets pretty choppy and some back waves, and coming into the harbour to the finish, the tides can be pretty lethal out there, so having a tide chart, looking what it's doing when you're coming into the finish there, could be crucial for a few crews if they're having a close finish.
Yeah, just to put Ryder's position, his parents are really proud because they're joining Explorer. His parents, you know, sort of Volvo 70s, America's Cup, all the rest of it. So it's quite a saver in his hometown. And you got a hot boat you're going on, baby.
No, it's not. Okay, thank you very much. So we go along to our Translated 9. We have 3 here from we've loads from Translated 9. Do you want to all come up together, Translated 9 people? So, as I know you're a bit of a celebrity now in Turkey. We saw you on telly the other night. Well done. You were talking to Don earlier on. Why are you here?
Sometimes I ask that myself also. No, I'm here because I think this was what I was supposed to do. Anyways, it just feels right to be here, right to be on this team. Yeah, the reason I'm not a celebrity, but Derin and I, we are the youngest Turkish people to ever do this race, to ever go around, hopefully. So that's why it's like a big deal for us, and we are excited to just represent our country here.
So, what do people back in Turkey think about your challenge that you're doing?
Most of them, they think that we are crazy. Just like, why are you doing this? And we have the biggest races 400 miles in Turkey, and even that is too long for most of them. And when I said I'm going to go for 40 days, they're like, just don't do that. And I was like, yes, I'm going to do that. And I think we have now a responsibility to, when we go back, to teach what we learned from here and your experiences and share them with the young people who want to do ocean racing as well.
Okay, brilliant. Sophie, you had your birthday on board. What presents did you get? If any?
So my birthday was the first day of Upweek after the equator, so we were preparing like mentally. And so the cake, like, no one could prepare the cake, so you didn't have a cake with me, so no cake. But no, I was sick because I went down on the boat, and inside in the night we were all wet, and there was like my little monkey hanging from there, and then a big happy birthday written everywhere on the boat, so it was weird.
But you still didn't get a cake. Did they get you a cake since you got here?
No.
Oh, okay. Everyone's going to get you a cake after this, okay? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So, you mentioned to Don that it was more dangerous on land than at sea. Can you tell us why you think that's true?
After being at sea for 40 days when you come ashore and completely new city, it can go crazy. Never walk. Everybody local that we speak with, they're like, no, don't do that, don't do this. And first we like but you just forget everything. But yeah, I got mud.
So yes, he got mugged, is what he was saying. So yeah, basically you're safer at sea than in Cape Town. It's not a great advertising for Cape Town. Sorry, Cape Town. Yes. So you lose your phone and your wallet. Well done. Yes. Okay. Listen, people. So listen to Juicy, listen to your skipper, like I said, so many things like that. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so I passed the two of you yesterday on the pontoon, and you had the lid of a toilet on the pontoon, and you were scrubbing the lid of a toilet. Is this what you signed up for? You could be doing cool stuff back in Finland, but no, you're scrubbing toilets.
Well, apparently I treated a short stick, and I got on the toilet at 2 people on board, kind of. But yeah, it's still cool with water.
Yes.
The maintenance in land is just something I have to bear.
Okay. So your crew is Galliano and Secure. You have a very young crew. How does that dynamics work? I know was Tapio here. He said before that you're getting all a little bit bored of his whitbread stories. Is that true? He's not here, so you can say if you're bored of his whitbread stories or not.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting comparing the situations where he's been and comparing our story, like situations.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. And you're a Rica, yes? Welcome you to start. So you're a family and friends boat.
Yes, we are actually cool.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know this race.
Okay.
And
sorry.
Yeah, and most of the crew are friends or family. That's very nice.
So, do you argue more because you're family or less?
I think it's just black for me.
Yes?
I don't think I hear some art story in the other words, and I think it's sustainable time. No advice.
Is he a good uncle? Does he buy you good gifts? Is he a nice uncle?
I think so.
Yeah? You have to say that really because you're going on his boat, don't you? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, looking at me. Yes, how are you? What? Lara, yeah, so I was saying, speak to you, yes. So, you're with me, the all-female crew, obviously, and how's the dynamics working on board?
I think it's great.
Yeah?
I'm the chief of morale, so I feel like a little bit of work to do, making sure the dynamics are good, but I'd like to say they're pretty nice.
Good. The reason I ask is because we were talking last night at the Captain's dinner about your radio calls, and you're very popular with the radio station. There's Radio Maiden, apparently, that informs all the other boats and chats to all the other boats. Do you get to chat as well, or?
So I was actually allowed to go over the radio a few times, so I was a little bit scared to let me go, but I was able to read the quote of the day.
Wow.
I sang a few songs.
Wow, that sounds like you want to sing a song now, do you?
You know, maybe I'll have one.
The main song, go!
This is Party in the USA, but to the tune of like OGR. I don't have a good singing voice, but I sing the part. So it goes like, how does it go? I'm not doing the dance.
Yeah.
They didn't know the dance. How does it go? Cause maidens in the ocean globe race, maidens in the ocean globe race, yeah! We're gonna see land any day, cause maidens in the ocean globe race.
Neptune, no pressure with your song now, please. Sing, that's all that.
I don't stick really the music.
Oh, okay. Can you dance?
Not really.
Can you any other talent apart from singing?
Just say.
Let's just say okay. So your boat, Neptune, has a lot of history as well.
Yeah.
So you've come into Cape Town before. You must be very proud to be on.
Yeah, and the project is amazing with Bertrand.
Yeah.
For the Parkinson disease extra, so it's just amazing. For sailing with us, extra.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Do you think his story is spreading around the world? Do you want to tell everyone what his message is?
What?
What his message, what Bertrand's message is? Do you want to tell people that don't know?
It's to speak with the all the problem. You say the Kios Viva. It's the name on the spinnaker extra. And it's the device on the birds. So all the people say all the time, and you go to nothing on the world.
Right, so it's to live life to the full.
It's all the time. It's possible.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So, Penduic, here you go. So, you also have a very historic boat. We're going to talk to Marie in a minute. Do you feel very passionate about being on Penduic?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to be with Pat after, Penduic was built in 73, so it's incredible to be 50 years after they're sailing across the world on the same boat, and as fast as they were at the time, or maybe more, we hope so. So yeah, incredible.
Okay. Do you think you're going to win the next leg?
Yeah, look at Mary, we're going to win the first leg, of course we are.
You have to say that, really.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about it.
Thank you very much. Magnus, how are you?
Hi, and you?
I'm very well. I like your hair.
Thank you.
Yes, very good.
Not welcome.
So in Southampton, I remember you dressing up very much in your 70s outfit, and you were doing some dancing in there as well. Can you show some of your moves?
I think I lost my dancing a bit, but I can show you.
Oh, please do. Oh, that's great. How long did it take you to practice practiced that.
Yeah.
A long time.
This is all I've learned dancing on this one.
On the boat, okay. Very good. So I know you studied like marine architecture, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are you able to use those skills on board? Or is it just helming and stuff for you? Yeah.
The training of the sail,
Yeah.
setting, same pool, but the boat is already built, so I can change the
Okay. Thank you very much. You having a good time though?
Yeah, I had a good time. The only bad time was when I was steering by night and I received a flying fish in the head. So between the eyes and the mouth, so I was like, I had the smell in my mustache for 3 days. So be careful of the flying fish. So,
I think maybe have a big flying fish story as well, yeah. How many of you have been seasick? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Tom, how are you doing?
Great, I'm good.
Yeah?
Let's speak to dance.
Nothing.
I can talk.
You can talk. That's brilliant. So you have a very international crew on board.
We have. It's crazy. But I'm French and I'm not how to say it in Spanish, so it's already something. We have like 7 nationalities around almost, so yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
A lot of nationalities. We have a lot of passports. Different passports.
Okay. Your tweets were very popular.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't know that they were tweet. I think I saw it was for the family. So.
Well, there were some very romantic tweets as
Yes.
well, so yeah. You have to, yeah. So,
otherwise, I'm in trouble.
yeah, no, you definitely gained some fans with your tweets, yes. Because I remember you in particular said that after about a week, you stopped putting your hands in your pockets.
Oh
to
yeah,
look for your phone.
on the morning, you know, looking for your phone. And I was like,
Yeah. So after 1 week, you forgot about your phone. Yeah?
It was crazy.
So when you got back in the pontoon, had a quick, were you back on Instagram?
No, I didn't turn on my phone until the next day because I was
Really?
It was crazy, and I saw that I would change, you know, not using my phone, and I was on Instagram looking at Felix. 5 minutes after turning on my phone. So it didn't change that much, but it was nice to be disconnected for 7 minutes.
Okay, but you're back on it now like crazy.
No, I try to. We have some work to do. I have winches, so we can say.
You have winches to clean. Which is more fun, the internet or winches? Okay, brilliant. India, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. So you're the navigator on Outlaw. So you said as well that you've gone for nearly, was it 2 weeks with just grey skies?
Yeah, pretty much. Since we passed through the doldrums, it was thick cloud cover until about 2 days out of Cape Town. So it made the dead reckoning very interesting. Spent a lot of time sat on the tow rail just waiting for not necessarily breaks in the clouds, but areas where it's just thin enough to see the sun, and try and get a sight that way. But yeah, there were a lot of different factors in the dead reckoning calculations.
Why do you like it? It's very difficult. I can't do it. So why do you like it so much?
I think it's just a challenge, and it's so different to what we're used to nowadays. I think we over-rely on things like GPS and AIS. It's been quite fun sometimes calling up ships, and you just have to say merchant navy vessel and hope that they reply. Half the time they don't, and then you have to get creative with your calls. But it's just a challenge, and I practice quite a bit on ships. But doing celestial navigation on ships is very different. It's a nice stable platform about 30 meters above the waterline, so you've always got a nice horizon. And obviously on a yacht, you can see the horizon, and then there's another wave, and then oh yeah, there it is again. So no, it's good fun.
Okay, I'll give it another go.
Yes, you
I
should.
swear. Yeah. Okay, Aurora, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
Good, and you're on the South African boat.
Yeah, we are.
And you caused a little bit of a stir when your photos did. You had a very nice photo of you and your crew in your South African bikinis.
Oh yeah.
So you're trying to, there was the famous maiden shots in the bikinis, of course, but you were trying to outdo them in your bikini shot.
Yeah, well, at the outset in Portsmouth, Melissa bought these loads of bikinis just to check which ones would fit her right. And then she decided to send some of them back, and I was like, hey, why are you sending these back? Like,
this should be our crew kit. So all the girls got them, and then now the boys have invested.
Wow, boys have bikinis too. Wow,
So watch out in Auckland.
So it's going to be a thing. Is it you're going to be bikinied up going in? Yes.
Well, who knows? We'll see.
Okay. So what's the reception been for you since you got in?
Oh my god, the finish was incredible. Like, never seen so many people after 50 days. We were so lucky, and yeah, just so grateful for everyone turning it up. Yeah, it was an insane entrance into Table Mountain because we had the Southern Cross directly above us, and it like kind of made sense, you know, sailing all the way south, and then yeah, it was really cool.
Really, thank you very much. And you're just joining now, aren't you? Do you want to hold up? Yeah. What are you nervous about heading into the Southern Ocean? Or are you nervous, I should say?
I'm not really nervous, no. I'm confident about the boat and my crew. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Well, we'll talk to you in Auckland and
Yeah.
see how it went. Did we chat to everyone? Is everyone happy? Has anyone got anything else to say or dance or sing or everyone good? Right, thank you very, very much and good luck and have a great sail. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. So we actually, Penduic can stay. Sorry, I sent you away. Penduic people can stay or come back up. Yeah? Yeah. Thank you very much for coming back up. We all here? Yeah. Come. I know. Okay. Okay, it's okay. I know jealousy isn't a nice trait to have. I'm very jealous of your hair. I was tempted to, but I can't quite make it. I'll take one of them. Who's it that said Cape Town was more dangerous than being on sea? I think you also had an experience when you, on your first night in Cape Town. What happened to you?
Well, you know, you always have, you need to have a good fight all the time when you go back to the harbor. It's normal. It's just now I have to choose in Outlaw with who I'm going to fight. But,
Not me. Don't pick
no,
me.
it's okay. No, I'm full of love sometimes. It's just. But everybody will do that. I mean, if I don't regret anything, if I have to fight again for just like that because they are just coming on the harbor, I will do it again. Maybe it was not a good choice, but it's our 11, so yeah.
So, right, okay, so yes, so just in case it wasn't clear, Marie had a fight with a seal and it bit her leg and she spent the night in hospital. But you're okay now?
Oh no, it's just a... No, I'm very bad, you know, no worry.
No
worry. You go
okay,
fast, you go fast.
How is the seal?
I think he's still alive.
Yeah, okay.
No infection, nothing. No, good genetics.
Okay, good. So as you were saying earlier on, your boat, everyone knows, very historic boat, would have been here 50 years ago. Do you feel a weight of responsibility sailing your boat?
Yeah, not that much actually. Because now it's just, I'm living in the present, I don't live in the past, and I'm just caring about the future. So yeah, I feel a lot of responsibility because I love my crew and they are awesome and very nice people. So I feel I'm responsible of a magnificent boat. But it's my story now with this boat. I take care of this boat since more than 25 years now. And I belong to him anyway, so maybe he got this responsibility. So I don't forget the past, of course, and thanks my dad, and this André Mauric to design a bit about like that. But now it's my story with since a very long time, so people have to get used to it. It's not going to end. And if my boat and this crew are good now, watch us in 4 years.
Yes, that's true. Okay, okay. So you're very determined. You said leg one was just
I'm not determined. We are very frustrated, and that's totally different.
Yes, say that again.
We are very frustrated about what just. We are pissed, that's for sure. We are starving, and we are going to get you. Maybe we can see you a little bit at the beginning. Watch my hair; they are blue. Maybe you can see us now. And after you just see the little ass of my boat, and not for a long time. We are pushing on this one. That's for sure. We will push.
Yes. So this is it. Like leg one was just a warm up. You let them have it, really, didn't you?
I always say it was a warm up. It was a very good warm up. And now I know I'm just putting a lot of pressure on myself, on my shoulder. But I've got big shoulder. I know I can handle it. There is no problem.
Okay, so you're going to be first in Auckland.
Oh yes. What's the point? There is no other point anyway. So I cannot fight for the higher seat placement anyway. So yeah, let's go. Let's go every time.
Who do you see as your biggest threat? Apart from seals.
Do I have some? Any?
It's a question.
Yeah, no. Of course, everything can happen, and we will see what's going on. It's just, of course, it's still good to be the same translated, maiden, and spirit. And no, I feel really relaxed.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Tom a question now, if you don't mind. Tom, what's she like as a skipper?
That's cool. That's cool. That's the main button.
Yeah, go on. Tell us. Hold on, there you go. What's she like as a skipper? Yeah, I know.
She lets me drink tea.
Yeah.
In fact, she even makes me tea sometimes, so you can't complain.
She makes you tea?
She's made one cup of tea for me, and it was good. Yeah.
One cup of tea?
Mm.
Really?
No, she's good. We have discussions often about what's happening, how we're going to deal with the weather. Yeah, she takes a lot of responsibility, certainly feels it. She said for all of the crew here that she wants to do justice by them all and do well. But yes, it's great. Good fun.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you first in Auckland. Maybe, who knows? Thank you very much. Cheers. Okay, amazing people, please. Yeah. Okay, so no pressure, but obviously you have to do a dance now to follow on.
No, I'm okay. Are you sure? Yeah, sure. We'll say that for
Okay, I just spoke to Marie about the weight of responsibility on a boat like Penju. You must feel that with Maiden as well, like a household name around the world. So you're sailing around the world, you have pressure, you have to mind your crew, and then you have Maiden the boat as well.
I think it's more of a pressure to be a good role model for the women and the girls that are watching us and supporting us. And obviously a lot of weight responsibility to make sure that all my crew get there safely and happy, and everyone is healthy and happy at the end.
Okay. You're like White Shadow, a very international crew. Can I just go along and it'll be like, tell us where you're all from, because it's pretty amazing.
Bombay, India.
Yeah, pass on.
Bombay, India. Puerto Rico, England, South Africa,
England,
France,
Afghanistan, Ireland. We have another South African here. You want to say your name and say a little bit about where you're from?
So my name is Wisile Jaka. I'm from here in South Africa, in KZN, in Durban, and I've been staying.
So your brother, I spoke to your brother, and he said that he was so excited when he saw you that he thought he was going to faint. Did he faint?
No, he did, but he did cry. It was my first time seeing him cry because I didn't know he was a crybaby. So, so in my family, I'm the only one who likes water sports or who does sailing. All of my family members or relatives, they are all scared of water. I'm the only one. Yeah.
He also said in Durban that you're now a celebrity. And everyone's like, is that true?
For me, I'm not a celebrity, but I think more people knows me now.
Yeah.
Since I'm selling around the world.
Do the others on board treat you like a celebrity?
Everyone's a celebrity on Maiden, so we treat each other as a celebrity.
So we actually have a little video to run to talk about some of the charity work that they. Oh yeah. So some of the charity work that's been done. Oh, some volume.
Right here in this frame with the beautiful Maiden Mountain as a backdrop is what women empowerment really is.
So we're at Nass, which is a non-profit organization that is helping Nass, which is the township here, and they help with a bunch of different programs, especially after-school programs for children.
We are about to meet about 20 births, a lot of kids, this happy kids, and it's a safe environment, so I'm looking forward to hearing what they say.
Just sit in a circle and everyone was showing a hand map with the past, the present, and the future. So everyone was sharing their amazing stories.
Hi everyone, my name is Nobile Kuzoya and I'm from Durban in Mayville. I got a bursary to study at Local Maritime Center. I was also fortunate enough to be an opportunity to also be on a boat with wonderful crew members of Maiden. It gave me power to also inspire the young girls who are out there who don't know what they want to do with their life. It really helped me a lot.
Talk to the girls. It was nice. It was nice to see the girls like happy. We just did so we just told my brother's head story and the making of
Mons is also a rock star. So what do we say?
and the other foundation they was just talk to them about being a girl, like telling them that the face could be curious.
Honestly, it's really empowering. I never had something like that. To learn about my own period and menstruation cycle. So this is such a cool experience for me myself, but also to be there while other girls are hearing it for the first time. It was really cool. I really liked it.
Thank you for watching. I haven't actually seen that video before. It was very good. Thank you, Kai. So the last leg of the race, we were fundraising for the eradication of child marriages, so forced arranged marriages And the next slide, we are going to be fundraising for girls who are banned from schools in countries like Afghanistan. So we're not only selling around the world, but we are trying to make an impact and inspire as many people as possible as well. So we do ask if you have time to go to the website and have a look at the charity. 100% of the donations go straight to girls' education charities around the world, and it does really make a difference. We believe that everyone has the right to have an education, and there are 120 million girls out there who don't have that access to education. So if there's anything you can do to help, we would be very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you guys, and handing back over to Don now. There you go.
Okay, we're going to keep this moving pretty quick. So we've got Outlaw and L'Esprit de Quick. Oh, is this the right one? Yeah, L'Esprit de Quick. L'Esprit de Quick. Come on down. And Outlaw, same time. And Neptune as well. We'll get 3 up here. Neptune as well.
I just say this would be a really good time, with Lionel here, to teach him how to say the name of your team properly.
Let's have a name lesson. How do we call your boat? L'Esprit de Quick. L'Esprit de Quick. Oh, see, you did one. Anyway, you didn't see what was going on for the last couple of months, but anyway, all good. So Lionel, you know, yours is, everyone's got an interesting story, but you bought the boat in Ushuaia, I think, sailed it back. There's a bit of a mess in Les Sables d'Olonne, did a big refit, a couple of trips across the Atlantic, made it to the start line, and you had everyone in the middle of the fleet chasing you. So how do you see your leg one? Are you happy with the result?
Yes, very happy, but it was a little too long. And for the last boat, I think it's very, very long. Now we are very happy, and we hope that the leg 2 was a little more short.
Who's your biggest competition? Who's your target? Where are you trying to stay in the fleet, sort of thing, for the next leg?
But to be just on the house of Pelbrick, because it's a nice house, and to be better than the little one.
So it's always surprising when we asked earlier today how many people have been in summation. What's the feeling of your crew? And do you talk about tactics or psyching up for the summation? How do you feel about that aspect of the next week?
I should answer. Well, I think we feel good about it, but because we've never been, we can't expect anything besides, oh, that's the interest high, this could be a wave. Wow.
So, what's your biggest emotion at the moment for where you are now? Just you, not about the race. Describe what you're feeling.
Well, I think we're happy to be captain first because we did not have any problem, and I think we just want to put sail again. This is a sentiment of everyone here. We want the job done and take the line on Sunday.
Are you ready to go? Like everything's looking good?
Just some stuff to do. Little stuff, but we're going to be ready on Sunday.
Fantastic. Okay. Excellent. Moving right along. I'm going to go straight to Neptune. Yeah, Neptune's got an amazing story. Tell us all about it and your performance in the last leg. How do you feel about that?
It's been good. A bit hard in the end, but we've been good together, and Bertrand with us is doing an amazing job. Yeah, we're just happy to be here.
Yeah. Bertrand, would you like to say something in French to the people who might be watching of your experience?
Mon expérience, d'abord, c'est celle de tout équipier. C'est un petit peu ce que l'on veut transmettre à tout le monde. que ce soit aux malades, que ce soit aux personnes en difficulté, c'est qu'il faut toujours relever la tête et qu'il y a toujours moyen d'aboutir et de réaliser ses rêves. Moi, en l'occurrence, c'est quelque chose que j'ai en moi depuis presque 40 ans, faire un tour du monde à la voile et en course. Et là, moi, j'arrive à 60 ans avec un passé assez chargé et dont par personne. Et voilà, bon, c'est formidable. Il y a quelque chose que vous voyez là, c'est invincible, c'est pas moi, hein, c'est quelqu'un qui s'appelle Ludovic Bezong. C'est un courrier qu'on a eu par internet. Et donc Ludovic Bezong, il faut savoir que c'est quelqu'un qui a la maladie de Charcot. La maladie de Charcot, vous le savez tous sans doute que c'est une maladie neurodégénérative aussi, mais qui est incurable et mortelle malheureusement. Et cette personne qui a la maladie de Charcot nous a transmis ce message, ce t-shirt, ils ont fait une association qui s'appelle les Invincibles, et il nous a dit, et ça nous transporte vraiment dans toute cette aventure, il nous a dit franchement, eh bien bravo déjà pour ce que vous faites, et surtout bravo parce que pendant 7 mois, vous allez transporter un petit peu autre part que dans mon lit. Et ça, vraiment, ça vaut l'excellence du monde. Voilà.
So, John asked me to translate. It's a bit long, so I'm trying to do a summary. His job on the boat is like everyone. And he did that because he wants to bring hope to people with Parkinson's disease. He wants to tell them that if you put your mind to something, then you can do it all the time. And he's been trained to be on the race for 40 years. He's 16 now, and he's achieving his dream. And he was talking about the t-shirt he has on. It's not him, but it's from someone that's following us in France that has Charcot's disease. So it's not Parkinson, but it's close to it, let's say. And he's behind us all the way, and he just offered us the t-shirt. We have so many followers on this coast. That's magnificent.
I asked Bernie, just for a moment, forget Parkinson's, okay? For him, what was the best part? What was the fun part? It had nothing to do with Parkinson's.
Le meilleur moment, c'est comme tout marin, c'est l'arrivée, c'est de voir les amis, la famille, et moi en l'occurrence, c'est Françoise, mon épouse, que je puis serrer dans mes bras, et c'est le meilleur moment.
So the best part for everyone is that for every sailor is to arrive in Cape Town, to see families and friends, and to find Françoise house on the deck.
Ce que j'attends de la prochaine étape, personnellement, moi je suis prêt pour la prochaine étape. Ce que j'en attends, c'est un peu plus de toujours transporter ce message. Pour moi, bon, évidemment, ça va être des avantages indéniables qui sont là et qui sont toujours présents. Ça recule la maladie. Vous savez que c'est une maladie neurodégénérative, on n'est pas là pour ça. Et ça recule les symptômes de la maladie. Donc pour moi, c'est déjà tout bien. Mais au-delà de ça, c'est de dire que si on passe cette deuxième étape, on va se transcender et de dire que finalement Neptune c'est aussi une entreprise. Et c'est de dire à tous les entrepreneurs que allez-y, n'ayez pas peur, prenez des handicapés, des malades dans vos entreprises et vous verrez que le résultat sera là et c'est vraiment très très constructif.
So he's looking forward to the next day, and he wants to carry on transmitting the message of hope. And he wants everyone to know that they should take handicapped people on board, but also in their company or stuff like that, because they do the job.
Okay. Bravo, monsieur. Outlaw. So a lot of people don't realise, and I was saying when you were coming down on the eastern side of the Atlantic, that boy, for people that just stumbled on that situation, having picked up the guy in the canoe, you were doing everything by the book. When you arrive, you find out it was always the plan to be there anyway. Do you want to tell us a bit about that? That you were going to take the easterly course?
Well, we just thought that if we did the traditional thing of going west, it would be a soldier's race. We'd just be in the queue There was a little opportunity for us going downwind anyway, as we expected. So I think we learned in the fastnet race that Outlaw goes to the windward very well. We got a reef down, a double reef, and a storm eruption, just football. And we did 1,000 miles less, so it was really a combination of that. But I think there were a number of us who thought it was a good opportunity. And then Rinza, after the fastnet, did some research about getting through the doldrums, because the doldrums were widest on the eastern side, and we found a pathway there. We had 2 days of sub 100 mile runs. We got through it pretty quick. So yeah, that and the diversion was unplanned, but it certainly wasn't a trigger. This strategy was in place before we set sail.
Yeah, okay, so Rinza, should probably highlight this way, the shortest bloke in the crew. How do you fit into your bunk?
Sorry, what's wrong?
How do you fit into your bunk? You know, you're 6 bucks out back there.
Yeah, fortunately they didn't take care of me very well. I've got the bunk with no ends, so I had to sit my feet out, and that's very good. He was a little less fortunate for the rest of the crew that has to go alongside me.
You know, great boat, Baltic 55, and yeah, like the stern cabin was 6 bucks, and I've been down there, had a look, just tell me about the culture and the ethos of all living in that short space. It's quite tucked in.
Well, I think the culture on a boat in general is that we're all kind of modest people, and we take care of each other very well, and that really helps entirely. Full race, I think it has proven already during the first leg, and it's a good sign for the rest of the race.
Yeah. Tell us about the watch system. Are you using a 2-watch, 3-watch system?
Campbell and I do 6 up, 6 down. We're changing, and the rest of the crew during the day 6 up, 6 down, and during the night 4 up, 4 down. It's possible that none of them will have the bad watch all of the time, and everybody will see sunrise, sundown.
Okay. Well, tell us about how you got onto the boat and what are you looking forward to for this leg?
My name is Katie. I'm actually a mountaineer and spent 20 years trying to get away from sea level. So I got a phone call from Campbell saying I've got a challenge and something interesting for you to do. And I'm pretty hopeless at saying no, so here I am. So the next leg, it's all a challenge for me. I'm still learning how to sail. So yeah, I think helming in the next leg, if I'm allowed on the helm, I wouldn't blame them if they didn't. But I've learned a lot in the first leg and loved it, and just looking forward to the conditions on the Southern Ocean.
Okay, we've got a few mountains to complete it. Okay, that's all cool. We'll keep it moving. Thank you very much, everybody. And another one back here. Yeah.
I'd just like to add something because we've got those 2 teams here. As you know, in the end it was quite hard for us. We had no food, no water, and both those teams were there for us. And when we arrived in Cape Town, they brought us food and water. And that's incredible. We won't forget it, and that's what it's all about. We're racing against each other, still carrying about each other. So a big thank you to both of you teams.
Thank you. All right. Our next one is going to be, that's it. Next one, where were we? White Shadow, Evrika and Sterna. Okay. Yeah, that was quite an epic Neptune arrival with no food and no water. All kind of interesting. Okay, Dominic, everyone's got a story, of course, about their finish while the others are coming up. You got absolutely plastered coming in, with the last leg of the last day and a half. Quite big wins, quite challenging, demanding. You've got a family and friends crew. It must have been intense during that period. You were so close, but then got knocked back so far. How did the family and friends issue help in that situation? You've got quite a unique crew in that aspect of the race.
Yes. When I decided to race around the world, I
I can't imagine to propose a place on board for my brother here, my nephew here, my girl, which is doing the paiement food today. And then for the first party I do for my 60 years, put the program on the board, and at the end of the party, the team is complete. All the team, all the crew is complete. And then after, it's easy. It's easy. We know each other very well. It's a good friend from more than 30 years. It's a young guy, except probably this young women. Comment dire today? She sent me 20 emails to come on board. I never see her. She just have a look on the paper that we are in the race, and then she sent me 20 emails. And then I have to go on a discussion with her, and finally I take her on board. If you want, you can. She wants, and she is here.
So, yeah. So you actually used to own a Swan 65, and then for the OGR you decided you'd take it on with a Swan 651, and then she fell on the slip and was damaged beyond repair. You went back to a Swan 65. How did you feel when you saw her Spirit of Helsinki coming in?
I'm a little bit jealous and furious against the guys who make the boat fall down, because it's a mistake of the professional guys that don't put the cradle like he has to be. I'm really very furious. I'm happy because that means that I have done the good choice for good boat. Never mind, I'm 10 days after him.
Okay, so you were one of the very first entrants. Do you really feel as if you're involved with remaking history or making history, the connection to the Whitbread, or what's your emotion now that you've done the first leg? How do you feel in terms of your original concept and theory about the race, wanting to be involved?
Yeah, today I'm ticking a big box, a dream. Yes, a box. The first leg is that, yes, I've done it. I'm here, and then the second leg we try to be better, to be faster, to be in front of some of you. And no, it's a fantastic dream, and so I don't have enough time to have so emotion, because we are working very hard, only 5 days to prepare the second leg. But I'm happy next Sunday that we are on the line.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that. White Shadow, why is your boat so much faster than Explorer? Same boat, Swan 57. Explorer's a Swan 57.
I don't know. We have very safe sailing.
Yeah.
Very safe sailing. We haven't been practicing much. We've been spending a lot of time in preparing the boat. So we feel that every day we are getting better because the practice is getting better. Explorer, have no clue, no idea. But I'm happy.
Good. Okay, so you've got a very much an international crew, like many of the entrants, but what's the core language? How do you get around with the different cultures and all the rest of it? Tell us how it's working with the crew.
Okay, so we have
12 on board, I should say.
We have one rule, which is all the maneuvers and the security is Spanish. So everybody has to speak Spanish there's a list of 150 words, and everybody has to understand those words. And then is the fucking Spanish mess. So everybody does the same. Actually, we are 12 on board, and you can see here the Spanish agenda, because everybody's running. We have some guys eating, but that's the cool way to race also.
Yeah. All right, so how do you manage the international food situation? Is it all fish and chips, or is it all spaghetti, or what? What happens?
No. We are from the Mediterranean, so the food is extremely important. We have menus, and we have risotto, pizza, and we do cook fresh food absolutely every day. And this is very serious business. We don't have a dedicated cook, so everybody's cooking with more or less success. But normally it's pretty good. Yeah.
Seemed pretty organised. The boat went well, as you say. Not many issues with the boat.
The only issue, sometimes the issue is not where you anticipate it. It happens that we have. International crew, but it's kind of half Spaniard, half French, to make it very simple. French culture. And it happens that for a Spanish person, you wake up, don't take anything, or eventually a coffee, and in 3 hours later, you have a real break with jamón, pan, aceite, you know, some salty things. But French people, when they wake up, they get out of the bed and they have their breakfast, which is marmalade based. And it's interesting because you wake up and you give it to your colleague and say, hey, eat that. And they go, I don't want to eat now. And it's creating a little bit of tension. So we do 2 breakfasts. So that.
Okay, keeps it simple. All right, well done. You must be happy with the performance because you're doing okay. Sterner, you made a big declaration maybe today. What's happening? The local hometown entrant and a lot of people watching. What's the news? What's the status?
At the moment, work's on and hard in the very there's a big chance that we might not start with the rest of the heat on Sunday. Like I said last night, it's been tough to say the least. A lot of breakages and rate issues, but on the whole, it's been great. And yeah, we're doing all we can. But if we're going to start on Sunday, maybe on Wednesday, and if not, then we'll have to wait for the score and then obviously
we're just waiting for Godspeed.
Yeah, all we want to do is see Godspeed.
We're just waiting for Godspeed to make it a safe fight.
So Jared, this was a big thing for you, putting the whole thing together, finding the groove in the boat. We bought the cheapest boat we could find, the cheapest one, 53, and all that sort of stuff. How are you feeling in terms of a reflection on the whole deal from the time of buying the boat to now? What's happening in your head?
That's a very big question.
Yeah.
Well, we're just taking it small steps at a time, so it's one day at a time at the moment, and at the moment, like Mr. says, we're on the hard. We'll launch tomorrow morning, hopefully, do the rig tomorrow, and then, we're pushing very hard, and we have to start next week.
Yeah.
But this race for us is more about the philosophical principles of seamanship, doing it the right way, and making it all the way around. Those were our goals, and we're not jeopardizing those goals. And I think in a 7-month race, 30,000 miles, 3 days is nothing. You get stuck in the hole for 7 days. If we leave 3 days later, I don't think it makes any difference.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, the word from the boss. How's the crew to work with?
Well, on a personal point of view, I couldn't have asked for a better crew. This leg was kind of a bonding leg for all of us, getting used to each other, and it has been really fantastic. When you saw us come in, we were in great spirits after 50 days at sea, after just having had hard weather just before we came in. And I'm really pleased to say also that even though we only 3 South Africans, the rest have temporarily converted to being South Africans for the leg, and they're proudly representing South Africa despite their own nationalities. And now I'm so proud to say that we've got an amazing team.
So were you guys part of, we call it Australia a brown eye, but it was a South African eye. Were you part of the routine on the rail, dropping your decks and showing you, was that happening to you guys at the same time? You got a new set in this league? No, I must admit it.
Yeah, we were over the moon and arriving in South Africa.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, thanks very much, everybody. So carry on regardless, and we'll get the last one up. Thanks a lot. So Evrika, so we've got that. We're down to, where's Triana? Where was Triana? They didn't come up. No. Okay. All right. So now we've got. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Where's this? Just one guy from Sterner. Yeah. Okay, coming up, and we'll get Galliano with Secure as well. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Okay, Galliano. Where's Galliano? Not many here. Oh, they're at Salmon. Okay,
Yeah, no, they're here.
And then we've got. Oh, here we go. Okay. Tapio's here. Tapio, up you go. We're running out of time fast. Okay. So Triana, tell us your situation, what's happening, and is the boat going to be ready to go?
I'm going single-handed now.
Yeah.
Now we'll probably be the last ones to get the green card again, but we know that we are fast on the water, so that's our main objective, to take it one leg at a time, and then have the most fun we can, and try to do well on IRC.
And you've got a major crew transfer. You've got four new crew coming on board. I think most of them weren't planned or something.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a shuffle. That's what happens with late projects, I guess. But that's we need to make sure that from a human perspective it gels, and we know that the people that are coming will be a perfect fit for what lies ahead. It's going to be heavy, and it's going to be hard. So we need people to get along together.
Fantastic. All right, thanks for that. Where do we go? Where do we start with you guys? I think we'll start at this end. How was it? Tell us something that was important to you on the first leg.
I don't know important, but at least it was like fun times, and it was fun time. It was nice when we didn't have wind and when we got sweet water.
How was it with 12 people on board? You saw that. How did the private loose go, like showering and what was the crew routine for that? Because you're really crammed in there.
Well, we sometimes had these girls' showers on deck, so we put everyone else inside and close the hatches and went. Yeah, so we had sometimes change and the guys would use shower and we were inside.
That's cool. So, Ditto, what's the most memorable event or occasion for you?
Maybe there's like a couple of days that we have like really good wind and waves, and we just like surfing, and when my watch is like ending, I was like, no, I don't want to go sleep because it was like so much fun in the day. So I think that's what my good memories.
That's cool. When you went to sleep, when you were on watch, did you sleep securely knowing that others were on deck, or did you sleep with one eye open?
Yeah, I just like looked like the speed.
Speed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. He doesn't get to say anything, he's singing. So tell us what's happening in your mind in terms of the next leg, focusing on the celebration.
Yeah, so for the next leg, we're very fortunate to not break anything crucial. So we of course have to work through all the small things. And then, yeah, tactics we need to plan. Of course, we're continuing with we don't have any new crew joining, so we already know each other quite well. Maybe trying to keep away a little bit from each other, so yeah, we can again manage to live with each other for a long time.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll let you say something. Do you take your guitar with you on the boat?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, where did you store the guitar?
Where did I store it? So I have a double lead goal, so I'm sending it, yeah.
Okay, so you serenade the crew every night?
Not every night,
Not every night.
Unfortunately, but whenever it was possible, so whenever the weather allowed, so I took my guitar on deck and I had sunset concerts.
Very cool.
Like
Okay, one quick word from the big fella here. What's going to go wrong on the next leg?
Well, the biggest risks are that it was during the first leg the same. At one point, it was crucial when Kaisla thought that we were out of snacks. And we almost had to evacuate her, but then from Mauri's stashes we found some more and everything was fine.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Tapio, you were a Whitbread veteran, one of the few in the OGR. Just tell us how you feel in respect of, this is the 50th anniversary of the Whitbread. Do you really believe it's sort of recreating the same sort of conditions or the same ethos and so on as what it was back in the day?
And it's very much happening again. The special thing in this race is that main opponent is not a boat next to you, but it's the ocean. And in that sense, it creates the camaraderie between the teams. And I'm an old fart now, but I'm following very happily the young team members of different boats bonding with each other, and I heard that a couple days ago, after the bars of Cape Town closed, there was a big crowd of young OGR sailors climbing up to the Lion's Head, and I saw the pictures of the dawn at 4 o'clock in the morning with all of them together there. And only one of them was brought by helicopter to the hospital after their climb.
But there's no risk, no fun.
Okay. All right. I think that's so. Are you looking good for the start? Are you happy with the preparation of the vote?
Yes, I'm very thankful for our team was being taking. We're using all of the short time we have had available in Cape Town, working hard with the vote, and I think we're fit for fun.
Okay, all right, that's good. We're going to wrap this up now with really giving us a rendition of the Port Tack Blues. I'm not going to bolt. I'm going to hand over to Jack. So thanks, Zoe. Thanks, everybody. And yeah, I'll hand over to Jack.
Okay, so Billy is going to sing Port Tack Blues for us. It's going to go straight up on Spotify straight after this, so we will have to download it and make it #1 in the charts by the time it gets to Auckland. So let it rip. You need the mic, this will help.
All right. So Port Tack Blues was inspired by the fact that after the doldrums on Guyana, we spent more than 3 weeks in a row on Port Tack, and everybody decided to throw their other legs shoulder together. And well, we got quite well accumulated to that situation. Obviously, things went south when we finally turned to starboard tack because everything inside collapsed. It has settled so well for the port tack. Yeah, and this is an old song actually. It's from the 70s, a Finnish song, and I just kind of like that inspiration and wrote new words for it. And this is the word premiere now.
We started the OGR in a light autumn breeze. Once we got out of the zone, the boat speed began to freeze. Pretty soon he was dead calm, and we sat there until dawn. It was just us, all the others had we, and now they were all gone, and we're on the port. We're sailing on the port. No matter the route or sails we chose, though we know when it turns to our nose, and we're back on the port side. We finally reached the doldrums. I suffered there for days. It was so hot, our brains melted. We tried to cool them in so many ways. The history tells us once we're out of here, we get the trade winds and it's cool. But studies is one thing, truth is another, and we were exception to the rule, and we're back on the port. We're back on the port. No matter the route or the sails we chose, the wind always turns to our nose, and we're back on the port side. We reached the Brazilian coast, and there was this cold front looming. Well, let's get right through to get some westerlies, we were assuming. But the weather was again playing with us, bringing us highs and lows. To be honest, we don't know where the hell should we go. And you know how the story goes, we're back on the port. We're sailing on the port. No matter the sails or route we chose, the wind always turns to our nose, and we're back on the port side. And now you know the words. Come on, everybody. porta, porta, porta. You've all been there. On the porta, porta, porta. How does it feel to be on the porta, porta, porta? All right, let me hear it. Come on. Yay! No matter the sails or route you chose, the wind always turns to your nose, and you're back on the porta.
But remember, somebody might be on the starboard and we have to give away.